guys, what is up? I know in my last video I didn't really go over how to on a warrior guide. I didn't really go over anything very good, and that's what I'm going to do right now, is go through it so you guys know everything, completely understand everything, and I can actually cover everything quite quickly actually. First what I'm going to be going over is the rotation, because I didn't go over rotation. I kind of laughed at the fact that somebody may not have known a rotation. I kind of decided on not to be so harsh when I decided to play a warlock and didn't know the rotation. So this is the rotation. Well, this is my rotation. You can really do this any way you want to, in a sense, but basically you want to charge in. I'm actually in defensive stance right now, so I don't do defensive stance anymore. I go battle stance because of the rage regeneration. It's much higher, and it gives you a lot more to work with. So you cast your mortal strike, overpower, 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 and by then you want to use your colossal smash because mine just proc. So you want to use that and then go back into your mortal strike. The rotation is, I'm gonna go over one more time. It's mortal strike, overpower, overpower, hamstring. When your colossal smash procs, you want to use your colossal smash, just like that. See, just like that. When and that's pretty much it. If you have a lot of rage like I do now, you can throw in slams. Slams are great damage dealers. They take a lot of rage. So like you can just mix it up. Like if you're going through your rotation and you see, oh wait, I have a lot of rage, I'm gonna throw in a slam. So you just throw in a slam. And okay, next I'm gonna be going over my talents and my glyphs. For my talents, I have double time. You can charge twice in a row. Each use has a 20-second recharge time. Second charge grants no rage, since because you use your charge and then you've got one more, but if you get back and charge again, you don't get rage for that. You have to wait the 12 seconds to actually get the other rage. Next I'm using second wind. Whenever you're below 35% health, you regenerate 3% per health per second. That is great. I suggest that. I already went over some of those. A couple that I use now that I didn't have before would be my shockwave, and I use vigilance, safeguard, and mass spell, depending on who I'm versing. Piercing now. I use this a lot. I was using this to root them, but now I use this to slow them, because I feel if I slow an enemy, I can get to them quicker and I can do more damage. I can actually be in the fight, and I love that. So, snares all enemies within 15 yards, reducing their movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. I go with that no matter what. Unless I go with more control. Right now I'm just going for a little bit of control and a little bit of damage. Just kind of balancing them out. I go with Shockwave, over Blade Storm, and over Dragon Roar. Dragon Roar doesn't do much for me. I don't like it. Shockwave is a quick stun, and they're stunned. Another thing I use Vigilance, Safeguard, and Mass Spell, only because if I'm versing against mages, I go with Mass Spell. Shamans, I go Mass Spell. If I'm doing twos, a lot of times with a healer, I will go Vigilance just so I can get that extra defensive on my healer in case I can't intervene to him. Very good to have. I always go with Avatar. Okay, that was my talents. Here's my glyphs. These glyphs change every day, depending on what I'm versing. This is my main. I will have Rude Interruption for spellcasters. If they're casting, I can interrupt by pummeling, and then automatically my damage is increased just by interrupting it. I go with Glyph Die by the Sword. Every time I use an overpower, die by the sword is a second longer. So my next one is, I will always have this no matter what. It is Glyph of Colossal Smash. My Colossal Smash also applies the Slender Armor effect to your target. The minor glyphs ain't really that special except this one. All targets of your all targets of your intimidating shout now tremble in place instead of fleeing in fear. That means they stay in one spot, which... Okay, next I'm going to be going over gems, stuff like that. I have my 665 PvP power, 775 PvP resilience meta gem. All of this is going to be on the video, so you can just see it. Okay, let's go over my attributes. I try not to worry about strength because your strength will come naturally when you're a warrior, for Christ's sake. Agility actually increases the critical hit chance. If that just got added, I've never seen it before. That's pretty cool. I don't suggest stacking anything in agility necessarily, but some of my stuff accidentally gave me agility, so it works. At least it just does something for the class and it's not just useless. Your stamina will come naturally. I tried to keep my PvP resilience right at 80.00 and it ended up being 80.95. I ended up having more than I thought I was going to, but that's alright. That's what I was going for, was resilience anyways, so it works. My PvP power, I tried to keep that at 56. Sorry. I tried to keep that right at 56. I went over, I'm at 57.80. It's PvP power. Oh well. Here's where it starts getting really tricky. My mastery, I wanted to keep right at 45. I have succeeded at keeping it right at 45. My expertise, I tried to keep at 6%. I went a little bit over without trying to. That's not necessarily a bad thing, it's not a good thing either, because whatever you have in expertise, you're losing in crit. That's never good. My crit, I try to keep at 25. My haste, I ended up having haste. I didn't try, it just happened. I didn't worry too much about it, so it's there. Oh well. I did want to give myself some hit, so I decided to go with a 7% hit. I'm not at 7, I'm halfway close to it, you know. I'm at 6.56, so I'm just trying. I didn't want to get too close to it because I was afraid it might hurt. Now, me doing this, I was very cautious about what I was doing. Just trying to think of everything that could happen, what could be better. What am I doing wrong, you know? And this is working for me. I know I said that last time, but the crit just quit working, I guess. People started getting resilience in, and people started going resilience. So the crit just isn't working, people are doing way too much damage to me, so I had to stop it. I'm gonna go over some of my keybinds real quick. My Mortal Strike is my middle mouse button is scrolled up. My Overpower is scrolled down. My Shift scroll up is Slam. My Shift scroll down is Colossal Smash. I also have F2 bound, F3, that's Victory Rush, and Execute. Shift Spacebar is my Thunderclap. Normally I have F1 here as my disarm. I decided to take that off because I was risking something I didn't feel I needed to disarm. Button 1 is my spell reflection. Button 2 is my mass spell reflection when I use it, or my vigilance, whichever one I'm using at the time. 3 is my intervene. And I also have 4 as a disarm too, just in case. Whichever one I'm closer by, it's just quicker. Shift S is my shockwave. S is my trinket. E is my berserker rage. Shift E is my heroic leap. Q is my charge. Middle mouse button click is my pummel. Shift middle mouse button click is my shattering throw. Shift 1 is my one shot to do damage. Shift 2 is my first defensive, it only pops shield wall. Shift 3 is my second one. I've got a combination of stuff with that one. I'll let you know that in a minute. Alt Q is my throw a banner and intervene to it. Very handy to have. That pretty much cuts it for my... Well, guys, that's about it. I want to thank you all for watching, and be sure and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Get right.